Hello guys and welcome back. So let's keep on going with our setup. We can grab all these guys now and then create another subnet, and this is going to be called cutting. Okay. Alright, cool. So after the cutting, the next step I think will be let's get rid of some of the things to make like a broken result. Like we could, chop off some of the planks. Okay. To do that, we can pass it through actually a VOP network, point VOP. Okay, because when it comes to using noises, I want to use noises here. It's easier to use the VOP. You could do that in Wrangle node. Wrangle can also reference any noise Houdini have, but here it's just easier to expose all the parameters and stuff. Okay, so we go inside of it. Okay. So I'm going to say, okay, we just get the position and we pass that through a turbulence noise. Okay, and that noise can be then the color. Okay, you can see now how we're getting different colors. Okay, and then grab this noise, we can promote all the attributes to the outside. Okay, and go back out. Okay, right. Then what we can do is we can change the roughness to have like bigger roughness. Okay, maybe attenuation is fun. Turbulence is cool. Frequency can be something smaller. We can promote all these things. Maybe what I want to achieve is kind of like this patchy result. Okay, and then we can do is create another attribute wrangle here. For every point, we can say if the color, because the color is actually on the point, on the point, right, CD. So what we can do here is that if at cd.x is smaller than the channel of delete threshold, then we delete it basically. So remove a point, right, point number here. Okay, now we just go create that channel and we can drag this up. You can see how much we're deleting it. Okay, oh, you know what, we're deleting point, which is kind of like giving us broken effect. That's not cool. So we do this, then we go for like a primitive, right? But primitive doesn't have a color, so we can say get the first point color then. So we can say int point equals to prim point first input current prim number. Okay, and then float cd equals to point. Oh, it's vector cd. We just ask for the value here. Vector cd equals to point attribute of cd from the first point. Don't care which one, just the first point. Right, we're getting the first point color as the deciding factor to either delete this plank or not. If that's smaller than that, then we remove primitive instead. And prim number, and we're removing all the points with it. Okay, that way we're deleting plank by plank. All right, cool. So now we can decide, like, we can delete some of the planks like this. Okay, pretty nice. Now we can promote all these things out. Okay, so I'm gonna go to our interface here. We can define that. Okay, so there's a lot of things. So when it comes to something like this, I think the important thing is you kind of like try to figure out the most deciding factor. You don't want it to give it a whole lot of things, give the interface a whole lot of things to tweak. That's not only making the node more heavier, but also it's not a very easy to understand interface. Okay, so I think we can and the amplitude can already be the deleting factor. Roughness, attenuation. I think frequency is actually the one we really care about. Maybe turbulence. Okay, so we create a new float here, and we name this guy floor delete threshold. And that's the threshold here. Oh, and by the way, we can actually just do this because we have the threshold here. Just drag it over here. Yeah, that's what we have to do. Floor, maybe, so that the naming is proper. And it's gonna ranging from 0 to 1, which is good. So that one is defined. Okay. We can apply that. So it's connected. Cool. And what else? Yeah, the frequency. So I think we can drag this guy over here and call this guy floor delete frequency. It's also a float ranging from 0 to, I don't know, maybe 0 to 10 for now, maybe 1 to 10. 0 to 10, yeah. Apply that and then accept. We go get the parameters here actually, and we copy that parameter and go to the pop and paste in here. Okay. Okay. Now we can drag the frequency so it's having bigger or smaller frequency in this case. Okay. And then we can decide to delete more or less. Okay. I guess we can shift it on the different directions if we wanted to do that. Okay, so we add oh, we cannot do it here actually. We have to go to the asset and we grab in 2 parameters, and this is going to be floor delete offset. This is X. And this one is Z. Okay, so now we can copy parameter and paste it in here. Why it doesn't matter? Well, actually it can matter, but again, you don't want it to give it too much of a like random controls. If it does give you like enough like decent controls, you just live with it, right? Don't try to have like a huge interface with a whole lot of things, right? That would be really annoying to see like a whole list of controllers. Okay, that's already a lot of controls over this already. Now afterwards, I don't really need to see the colors, so we can just gonna remove the attributes. Oh, you know what? Let's keep the color, but just kind of wanted to keep the color because I kind of have a plan of passing a color attribute down there to define like a second layer. So here, maybe we can refactor this a little bit more. So instead of doing CD, we can do a band output. Okay. And we define like the parameter will be delete value. Okay. Alright, so there's going to be a delete value here for the points. So here we don't do color anymore. This is for us to preview. In this case, we just, in the attribute wrangle, we ask for not the CD, but we ask for float delete value will be equals to the delete value. which forget the name. Let's copy that name in the Rango node and say delete value. Okay, and that's gonna be just one value, so it's not CD anymore. It's just delete value. Yeah, that in series should behave exactly the same, and we don't have we keep the color attribute away from being destroyed or being like shifted somehow. But it's good for previewing, for sure. Okay, yeah. So that's the another stage. It's not actually a lot of things at all. So grab those two things and just collapse it into another subnetwork. You can call this random delete. Okay, I'm using a lot of subnetwork because that's kind of like a way to organize stuff. Okay, you could also Shift O to create comment box. That would be another solution. Okay. All right, so that's another 10 minutes. So let's move on to the next video where we keep adding variations. Okay, see you next time.